Tonight, thanks to recent weather, your typical patio season might be over, but some local restaurants are getting creative in order to keep their doors open. Plus, in what has been a tough year for many, we're hearing from young adults who came together to speak their piece. And later in the show, Pope Francis voices his support for civil union laws for same-sex couples, what this means for the Catholic Church.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. A record-setting October snowstorm dumped heavy snow in Minnesota and parts of northern Wisconsin yesterday. It was the heaviest snow this early in October for many Minnesota locations and some in northwestern Wisconsin. However, the snow is not done with us quite yet. As our meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt joins us now, she has been tracking another snowy system. Caitlin, you've been talking about it throughout the week now.
Yes.
And we want to talk about this system because it sounds like it could come at kind of an inconvenient time.
Yes, it's going to come in like the later morning hours and then kind of just hang around all day. So the morning commute could be slightly affected for our western, southwestern counties, and then, of course, progress into the Twin Ports by 10 o'clock or so, because it is a little bit slower than it was originally, just because Lake Superior, with that warm air, that east winds pushing a lot of dry air onto the inland air, as I should say. Winter storm warning is in place for the region. That includes us here in Duluth. That's highlighted in the pink counties. And then the purple counties, winter weather advisory. They both go into effect very late tonight, lasting all the way through Friday morning at 4 a.m. The pink counties are just indicating that's where the heaviest amount of snow is looking likely. Right now, though, we're looking at quiet conditions here in the Twin Ports and much of the Northland, areas to the north as well. Just some light snow showers to our south and even just some flurries. But that is not the system that will be working its way to our region by tomorrow morning. The snow that's working its way to our region tomorrow morning is out to our west, still over in the Bismarck area. Very disorganized as of now, but in several hours from now, obviously by 10 o'clock or so, that will have made its way closer and closer to the Twin Ports. Temperature-wise, right now, still fairly mild out there. Looking at 32 degrees here in the Twin Ports, 29 over in Walker, 32 down in Watersmeet, 30 up in Silver Bay. Overall, we're not going to budge those temperatures too much more. We'll drop down to near 29 degrees in the Twin Ports up on the hill. Mostly cloudy skies and quiet conditions remain in place. But as you head out the door tomorrow, we'll start off 8 a.m. or so under just cloudy skies or so. And then by the 10, 11 o'clock hours, snow will start to move in as light snowfall and then become more moderate in the early afternoon. So the early afternoon through the evening is when those roads will become slick. I'll have the latest details coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Caitlin. Restaurants and bars have taken a hit from the pandemic due to a number of factors, including COVID-19 capacity limits. During the summer months, many businesses broaden their horizons with outdoor seating options. But what will they do with those arrangements now that winter-like weather has arrived? As CBS3's John Cardinelli found out, once again, they have to get creative.
Vicra Distillery has been operating all outdoors since the start of the pandemic.
We want to keep everybody safe. That goes for customers and for staff.
That's Doug Coma, the visitor experience director for Vicra. He's been working on a new outdoor experience for customers to have as the temperatures continue to drop.
We're opening a new winter bar behind the building.
Think summer patio experience with a chilly twist.
We'll have fire pits, we'll have hot boozy drinks, hot toddies, hot ciders, hot chocolate, have some good winter snacks. More importantly, we'll have fire pits. We're working on heated benches.
An adjustment, Coma says, needs to be made to keep business going and customers safe.
And in Duluth, winter hits and everybody brightens up a little bit, right? It's what we feel good about doing to keep the business moving over the winter.
Vicra isn't the only place making changes to their outdoor arrangements come wintertime. Bent Paddle is as well.
We're really excited to announce that we're going to be partnering with Frost River, who's just right across the street here.
Pepin Young, director of the tap room at Bent Paddle, says they are also brewing up new plans.
We are going to wrap the covered portion of this patio in a fire retardant tent canvas that they use.
The outdoor space will serve as a heated, socially distanced waiting area.
On one of those really cold January days where it's like, negative 20 degrees, it's going to feel like t-shirt weather in here.
Getting creative to keep the doors open no matter the obstacle.
We enjoy spending time in cold weather, drinking beer, and if we can find the best of both worlds out here on the patio, that's going to be great.
Vicra plans on opening the new outdoor experience on November 5th. Bent Paddle will open theirs on November 1st. An early burst of cold and snow has quickly cut our fall short. We caught up with Northlanders to hear what they think of this scene fit for our tumultuous 2020. Lars Olson was outside shoveling his driveway this morning. He says he's surprised to see so much snow so early and would have liked the fall colors to stick around a little longer.
Yeah, pretty surprised. I don't know, not really looking forward to it. I was hoping for fall a little bit longer, but I guess snow came early this year.
But the early snow isn't all bad news. We also heard from Ski Hut today. They say their sales have been through the roof. For all you late-night travelers in Duluth, a portion of I-35 South will be closed overnight. According to MnDOT, southbound I-35 is being closed overnight near 27th Avenue West. The closure will take place before midnight tonight and last for about 3 to 4 hours. Crews will be installing barriers as part of the work on the Twin Ports Interchange project. Traffic will be detoured over the bridge on that exit. 2020 has been a wild and at times painful year, to say the least, and everyone is handling and processing the challenges differently. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo joined some young adults who gathered virtually tonight to talk about how the year has affected them.
Speak Your Piece is an organization dedicated to building better communication in the Northland.
We need to hear your voices, and we understand that we're all going through this pandemic, but our experiences are not all the same. And that's why your voice is important.
The focus of Wednesday's online forum, hearing from young adults about how the pandemic is impacting them.
The voices of young people have been heard somewhat in the conversation about 2020, but we decided tonight we really want to hear more from them.
But the conversation involved more than just the coronavirus. A group of panelists gathered over Zoom, asking questions about racial injustice in America, LGBTQ rights, and more.
I want to ask the question, given the racial climate, the current climate in America and our communities, do you feel safe? And if not, what would it take to feel safe?
And listening to the response.
Everywhere sort of feels like I don't know what towns are safe. I don't know what neighborhoods are safe. And I feel like what's going on now has just exacerbated that feeling of unsafety for me.
Honest and open conversations about this impactful year with the goal of helping young people know they are not alone.
For more information about Speak Your Piece and future events, we have a link on our website, cbs3duluth.com. More than 75,000 Wisconsinites cast their ballots on the first day of early in-person voting. Mail-in absentee voting has been available since September, and more than 1 million people have already returned their ballots that way. In total, nearly 1.1 million people have already cast ballots ahead of the November 3rd election. That is 37% of the total votes cast in the 2016 presidential election. Early in-person voting continues through the end of the month. In Michigan, prosecutors and law enforcement agencies are searching for clarity on Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson's decision to ban open carrying at the polls. CBS's Mike Kravchik is in Kalamazoo and tells us why some local authorities won't commit to enforcing the ban.
Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson has issued guidance that bars the open carry of firearms within 100 feet of polling places on Election Day.
To ban the open carry, we're not sure where that authority comes from.
Allegan County Sheriff Frank Baker and other West Michigan sheriffs say they're seeking legal guidance from their county prosecutors on how to enforce Benson's order.
We're going to be working with our prosecutor to determine whether or not that is something we can enforce.
The Michigan Coalition for Responsible Gun Owners says it plans to file a lawsuit challenging the decision. They question whether Benson has the right to issue such a directive. Some sheriffs have said they won't enforce it.
You know, one of the concerns we have, obviously, is there's not a lot of time. We'd like to see this be able to make itself or allow itself to play out in the courts so that we have the court and the legislature being a part of this. But whether or not that happens in the time frame we have, I don't know.
Benson has said the Michigan State Police will enforce the order if local authorities don't. While staying in Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer held a press conference discussing a surge in coronavirus cases the state is seeing. She urged all Michiganders to wear a mask and practice social distancing, especially as the flu season approaches. She added, everyone needs to understand the consequences of not following health guidelines.
We know that more people will get sick. We know that more people will get hospitalized. And sadly, more people will lose their battle with COVID-19.
In Washtenaw County, Michigan officials have issued a 2-week stay-in-place order for University of Michigan students due to a COVID-19 spike among them. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, the pandemic and a string of burglaries has put one local music venue in a tight spot. How they hope to recover next.
And a winter storm warning in place for the Duluth area as we track yet another snowy system headed our way come tomorrow morning. All those details next.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
It's starting to get cold outside. Northwest Outlet is ready with fresh new inventory to keep you warm this fall and winter from Carhartt. Men and women know when they shop Northwest Outlet for Carhartt, they know their stuff. They carry more styles, more sizes, more colors, and more flame retardant Carhartt than anyone in the Northland. Jackets, jeans, shirts, gloves, bibs, hats, belts, socks, and sweats. We've got them all. Check Northwest Outlet's gigantic selection of long underwear along with Carhartt work boots, rugged but comfortable. Northwest Outlet, home of Carhartt Superior.
Prime Appliance had hundreds of appliances on back order due to factory shutdowns. Then in 1 week, 3 truckloads showed up unexpectedly. So we decided truckload sale with overstock prices like this. GE top-load laundry pairs starting at $12.99. Or Samsung's stackable front-load washers and dryers starting at just $13.99. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of October, we are offering free installation for bathtubs, showers, safety tubs, and surrounds. Get your dream bathroom with free installation. As always, you can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments, or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022. This offer ends October 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team.
We are a growing family-owned company that provides opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. From flexible scheduling and variety in jobs to competitive wages and exceptional benefits, Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you with the foundation for career advancement in the communities we serve.
Come join our team, Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. And now your Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt.
Yet another winter storm is headed our way here to the Northland. This will be about the third one from Saturday, Tuesday, and now this one's looking like it's going to bring us quite a bit of snow again. A wet, heavy snow kind of mix like we saw on Tuesday. Kind of a similar situation. We're in a winter storm warning, though, for the Duluth area as well as all of central Minnesota in those pink counties. Brainerd as well included in that. That goes until Friday, 4 a.m. Goes in place, though, at Thursday, 4 a.m. So about a 12-hour period for that warning. The winter weather advisory as well for the purple counties. That's up the North Shore, down the South Shore, and of course the UP. Now, if things change throughout the next couple of hours, don't be surprised if a few more of these counties get included into the winter storm warning as well, but that will be likely to be seen tomorrow morning if that's the case. Taking a look at the Doppler and satellite here on as we look through the Doppler satellite currently right now, we've got some light flurry action just to our south with very light snow, but this is not the system that's going to be bringing us that larger amount of snowfall that we're tracking for your tomorrow afternoon. So if I zoom out a bit just to kind of show you where we sit with that system, it's still pretty disorganized off to our west here, sitting just west of the Bismarck area. This is that system setting up pretty nicely so far in terms of snow, and then that's going to kind of organize a bit and work its way all the way through central Minnesota, right through the Twin Ports and then into northern Wisconsin into your Thursday evening. So temperatures right now, we're looking at quiet conditions, rather mild out there as well. 32 degrees up on the hill, 33 down in Hayward, 28 in Brainerd, and 29 over in Walker. Temperatures are really only going to drop a couple more degrees overnight because those clouds are going to stay in place as this snow system kind of works its way in. Now, we've got an east wind shifting around 6 o'clock in the morning. That's going to push in some dry air off of Lake Superior. Typically, we see this with these snow systems, so that's going to actually kind of shift this system back a few more hours, where we were typically looking at it hitting Duluth around 6 o'clock in the morning. Not looking likely until around the 9-10 o'clock when things really get started, as this east wind really continues to pick up. So that, of course, could cause some lake enhancement for the North Shore Thursday afternoon. You'll notice how breezy it is coming off of Lake Superior as well. Still looking at moderate snowfall. The international border really going to get clipped by this system and barely at all. The Hibbing Iron Range area could see a couple of inches from that as well. But the main bulk of it's going to go through the Duluth area and then right through northern Wisconsin. Now it ends around the midnight area. We're going to see very light snowfall, but winds will have shifted out of the north come Friday morning and the afternoon. So the South Shore area where the snow belt kind of sits and the Ironwood area, do expect additional snow accumulation as we're going to see lake enhancement from that system. We've got cool air shifting right across the warm Lake Superior water. That does create lake effect snowfalls, and then with the colder air filtering in behind that Friday afternoon, temperatures are dropping into the teens Friday night, so do expect some flurries lingering as well. 4 to 8 inches for the region here in Duluth. I've added an 8+ for areas seeing a lake enhance because that has continued to show that on the Futurecast. 2 to 4 for areas up to the north, and 1 to 2 even further north you go. 29 up on the hill tonight, 30 down here by the lake. Temperatures in the mid-20s for most areas. Pretty mild out there tonight. And then tomorrow, we're back into the upper 30s. Some of those areas could cause some rain mixing in as well, as we're going to see that rain kind of start to shift into a mainly snow event for us here in the Twin Ports by about 10 o'clock or so in the morning. Temperatures in the 30s, and then we drop down pretty cold into the weekend as conditions will start to clear out come Friday afternoon, and then the weekend stays a little bit on the drier side until Sunday when that next system arrives. The biggest thing is just take it slow out there tomorrow afternoon.
Sure will. Thanks, Kaylin. The pandemic and a string of burglaries, a very unfortunate 1-2 punch dealt to Duluth's Sacred Heart Music Center. Now the venue is turning to its neighbors for help. CBS3's Natalie Grant visited Sacred Heart today to learn what they need to keep this historic space alive.
For the local music community, Sacred Heart Music Center is a venue unlike any other.
It's like the place where everybody comes together. All the musicians in the community kind of come together there.
A space usually filled with life and music has sat mostly empty since the start of the pandemic.
It's kind of a target for burglars.
Mark Nikolowski sits on the board of directors for Sacred Heart. He says that they have seen at least 3 break-ins since July.
They stole some monitors, and they stole speakers, house speakers, and a computer and some musical equipment. And yeah, they jimmied the locks on the doors and got in.
With damages totaling to more than $7,000, the nonprofit is turning to the community for help.
Any little bit helps to, just kind of keep this place going while we're struggling through COVID times.
The historic building is not cheap to maintain, with thousands set aside just to keep it warm through the winter months. Muska hoping the Twin Ports community rallies together to support a place that has given so much.
Well, I think I can speak for everybody up here and just say that, as musicians, we just appreciate the Duluth Superior community and how much they support the arts and come out and not just attending shows, but also just donating. And I think that's huge right now.
To keep things up and running until the return of music.
Sacred Heart is planning on using money raised to replace stolen items and upgrade their security system. If you would like to donate, a link to the GoFundMe is on our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, Pope Francis makes a big statement, marking a major departure from his predecessors. We'll have the details coming up.
CBS3 Live Cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Having reliable
reliable internet with Mediacom has been so great for us during these crazy times. It's allowed my husband to continue to work from home without missing a beat. We had our second son during the pandemic, and it allowed us to connect with family members. They've been able to see each of the different milestones through FaceTime calls and Zoom calls, and it's been a very special time every time we get to do that. So thank you to Mediacom.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class towing. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now get $5,000 total cash on Escape. That's $5,000 total cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Bender Shoes has a fabulous selection of this season's newest styles, and right now, they're all on sale. Come in today and save during the Customer Appreciation Sale at Bender Shoes. We're located in Grand Rapids, Hibbing, and Duluth.
I can't do another 4 years of this. I can't. There's never been more divisiveness in this country. It's frightening and sad. That was Trump's whole thing. You know, take the politics out of it and run it like one of his businesses. I know people were looking for that kind of change, but it's not working. You know, we've only gotten more in debt. We have this virus now out of control, people out of work, no health care. How is that helping people? We need someone that knows what they're doing, and I think it's Biden. I know he will listen to the experts. That's what we need. I trust him 100% to get this under control. He has the capability to bring us back together.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day.
Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Evelyn. Only on live, local CBS3.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3. The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Tonight, in a major departure from his predecessors, Pope Francis is signaling he supports same-sex civil unions. CBS's Seth Doan reports tonight from Rome.
This is a man who cries with humanity.
Pope Francis's comments in the documentary were the most public support ever made by a pope. In an interview for the film Francesco, he said homosexual people have a right to be in a family. They are children of God. What we have to create is a civil union law. It's a dramatic departure from the past. This 2003 church document opposes gay unions because they obscure basic moral values and cause a devaluation of marriage.
This is not a change of doctrine, but it's a major sea shift in attitude.
Monsignor Anthony Figueiredo is a CBS News consultant.
But if church doctrine, church teaching doesn't change, then what really changes?
Well, attitude is very key. Pope Francis has always upheld marriage is between a man and a woman. But civil laws have changed. And unless the church accepts these civil laws, it means we're actually promoting discrimination if we do not accept what has gone on the civil level.
While this doesn't change church teachings, LGBT advocates see it as an opening and important message by this pope, who is known for surprises. Coming up in sports, playoff soccer continues with section championships. Highlights are coming up.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
It isn't always easy living in the Northland. Up here, we have to count on our neighbors and let them know they can always count on us. I have the honor of serving our community in the state assembly. Down there, I'm fighting to make healthcare more affordable and broadband more accessible. My opponent has other ideas. He wants to help companies like Foxconn give tax cuts and bailouts to billionaires, leaving us behind. I'm Beth Myers, and you can always count on me.
Northwest Outlet is #1 when it comes to kids' winter clothing from the North Face and Columbia. Shopping Northwest Outlet for kids is a pleasure because they carry everything to keep them warm and dry in sizes infant to extra large for you. Jackets, winter coats, snow pants, bibs, mitts, gloves, hats, and smart wool socks, and winter boots from Kamek and Baffin and more. So keep the kids warm and dry this winter with the best from the North Face and Columbia. Shop Northwest Outlet, the children's winter clothing store. 1814 Belknap Superior, the store that saves you more.
So, you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have Medicare Advantage plans. Some starting at $0 a month.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
I am Robert. My wife, Katie.
I'm Holly.
Yes, I'm Holly. We are the 4th generation of a family farm. It has been more down times than good times. 2 years ago, a storm came through this area, took down our barn. Financially, it was unbearable. But Tina Smith and her staff, they came through big for us.
And she continues to be there for us. That's something I've never seen in a politician before. Really impressed me. I feel very fortunate to have her as our senator.
I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message.
I'm Quinn Nystrom, and I pay $600 a month for 2 vials of insulin, and that's with insurance. Meanwhile, drug company profits go up and up. It's why I refuse to take their money for my campaign. But Pete Stauber has taken tens of thousands of dollars from corporate interests and voted 5 times against lowering the cost of prescription drugs. I approve this message because I know we literally can't afford Pete Stauber in Congress.
It's time for the annual Subaru Love a Pet adoption event. Join us virtually this year. For the month of October, there will be discounted adoption fees for dogs and cats, along with featured pets of the day. Visit animalallies.net for featured pets and event details. Miller Hill Subaru and participating shelters are excited to find loving homes for pets and bring you this event virtually. Visit animalallies.net for adoptable pets and details.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, this morning, the Section 7A girls soccer finals were called off due to snow on the field over at Public School Stadium. But thanks to their trusty facilities crew, it was cleared off with plenty of time to get the game in tonight. The top-seeded Cloquet Carleton taking on Duluth Marshall for the title. We start in the 10th minute. Katie Turner dribbling near the top of the box, gives it a rip off her right foot, and there it is. The Lumberjacks take a 1-0 lead. And that's the score going into the halftime. The second half got really interesting. Nina Thorson sends a great ball ahead for Bamlick Haugen, but Gracie Meager meets it there before she can strike it. Then less than 15 minutes to go. Hilltoppers with a set piece from 30 yards out as Marin Friday gets a chance, but Meager is there for the save. Cloquet Carleton wins it 1-0. The Lumberjacks are back-to-back Section 7A champs.
My shots were on in warm-ups, and I didn't see any other forwards, so I just took it, and thank God it bounced the way it did. That feeling was just surreal. It's so exciting.
I'm just so happy that we got a season, and then the chance that we got to come here again and win it again is just so amazing and just feels so rewarding after all the hours that we put in during the summer, not knowing if we were even going to have a season. It really just paid off.
Super proud of all of them. I mean, the efforts that they all put forward every day in practice, just kind of showing up. It was like, hey, another weirdo thing's happening. They just started calling it weirdo season. It was kind of our hashtag this year, and a little bittersweet not having the state tournament to play in. But, I mean, they played like there was one.
Man, I can't imagine a sweeter feeling. Congrats to them. The 7A boys game is also still going tonight. Tigers were able to clear their field. They were off and rolling. Denfeld looking for their 4th section title. Less than 10 minutes in, the Hunters' Mr. Soccer candidate doing his thing. Keegan Chasey weaves through a pair of defenders and scores, making it a 1-0 Denfeld game. Time winding down the first half. Watch to your top of the screen here. Austin Hudma drops it off for Skylar Fossum from the 30 yards out on the far sideline, sneaks it under the crossbar. That is a strike. Denfeld captures the section title themselves 2-1. They win the final. And tomorrow night, Duluth East was supposed to host the Section 7 AA finals, but that has been postponed due to tomorrow's forecasted storm. They're aiming for Saturday at East High School to play that game. The time has yet to be announced. Well, Hockey Day Minnesota has been a growing tradition for players and fans of every level of the game of hockey for 14 years now. But this season, it'll have to wait. At least the in-person event will. Hockey Day Minnesota 2021 in Mankato has officially been postponed. The move comes over concerns due to COVID-19. It will return to Mankato in 2022 at Blakesley Stadium on the campus of the University of Minnesota State Mankato, which has the capacity to hold 7,000 fans. A date and specific matchups has not yet been announced. Hockey Day Minnesota has traditionally been held in January, and officials from the Minnesota Wild and Fox Sports North say that they will still hold Hockey Day in 2021, but a format has yet to be announced. Pro football's biggest event of the year on CBS this season could be pushed all the way to March as the league continues to navigate this COVID-19 pandemic. Green Bay Packers president Mark Murphy revealed yesterday during a virtual pep rally that the league has the flexibility to delay Super Bowl 55 as much as 4 weeks. The Super Bowl is currently slated for February 7th in Tampa, but could now be delayed all the way to March 7th if needed. The pandemic has already forced the league to shuffle more than a dozen games this season, and there's always a chance more games will have to be postponed. Moving the Super Bowl back to March would only happen in a worst-case scenario where the NFL had to add an 18th week to their schedule to get caught up on games. And that's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Find flu booth dates and locations at essentiahealth.org.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class towing. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now get over $4,750 total cash on Explorer. That's over $4,750 total cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
It's coming. You ready? Because Toro's Snow Days sale is here. With the #1 brand in snowblowers, you will dominate winter. And now during Toro's Snow Days, get up to $100 off select 2-stage snowblowers, up to $40 off select 60-volt battery snowblowers, and up to $50 off select single-stage snowblowers. Plus great financing offers. Win winter with Toro.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,100 plus no payments for 90 days. See your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
I support Pete Stauber because Pete Stauber has working men and women's backs.
Pete Stauber has worked to get our economy reopened and bring jobs back to Minnesota.
Pete doesn't care about politics. He cares about doing his job and creating jobs for us.
Fighting for our jobs, fighting for our families, fighting for our way of life.
This isn't about politics. This is about protecting jobs in Minnesota. Pete Stauber's there for us when the rubber meets the road.
Pete Stauber for Congress.
I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message.
Here at Angie's Closet, we are a consignment boutique that carries a variety of women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature name brands like Calvin Klein, Banana Republic, Chico's, and more. We are honored to have been voted the best consignment store in the Northland for 2020. Stop in today at Angie's Closet or find us online. We're located on Tower Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin.
Well, Caitlin, ready or not, More snow is coming.
Yes, we've got some heavy, wet snow on its way for the Northland. Another round of what we saw Tuesday, kind of a repeat for Thursday. Similar conditions are going to be expected, except this time we've got the snow working its way off to our west. Currently still south of Bismarck, still not quite. This is what we're looking at in terms of what's coming our way for your Thursday morning. So it's going to start in the later morning hours, working all the way through the day into the evening. So roads will become slippery.
Take your time in the morning. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.